The EPL is back and it promises to be another explosive, unpredictable, and nitty-gritty weekend. And football is back. A lot of players went to various continents to play for their countries, and they have to get back to basics to play at the club sides that pay their salary. Some of them had a lot of things to challenge with, injuries and the rest of them. So a lot of Premier League club sides like Arsenal were biting their fingers to see, why did we allow our players to go? I have with me on this edition of Offside brought to you by Arsenal Fans League. The man that always say the Blues never lose, but somehow they lost.
No, never lose. The Blues never lose.
And the man at the extreme, the man that loves United, is emphatic, is straightforward. He's not like the naysayers in United that don't really know what to do. But this guy, he says it the way it is. Danny.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
And as always, my colleague, the man that has Arsenal embedded in his adrenaline. Hospy. Guys, it's going to be another explosive weekend.
For sure.
And football is back.
Yeah.
All the nitty-gritty.
Exciting weekend, really.
So, football is going to get started. But I want to start first of all with United that will be playing on a Monday. We'll be playing against Everton. That they've played for 210 times, notching 97 victories over Everton. And Everton have managed to secure 71 victories over United. And both teams sharing 48 draws apart. And for Arsenal, they were playing the 198th London Derby. It's a match that promises to be explosive, entertaining, with a lot of backtracks, especially looking at the referee that's going to be officiating that match. For the guy on my left side that says that the Blues never lose, they think going to play against Burnley at Tough Moor is going to be over. They walk over for
That's what everybody's thinking.
But somehow, that's the same thing they thought about Sunderland. And Sunderland came and did them.
Yeah.
Anyways, for Arsenal, it's not a happy moment, especially when you're nursing injury to key player, the guy that I call the indomitable Gabriel Magalhaes. He's out. And I come to your seat. How do you think that Arsenal can manage this game, the North London Derby? It's a game that is always feisty, promises to bring a lot of goals. With Thomas Frank's side trying to find their prowess in the way they play football in the time pass, especially with the players not happy, it's really going to be a tough one. What's your take?
Yeah, thank you, Ken. And I'm glad to be here again. You know, derby matches do not conform to form, like who is in form, who is not in form. It brings about a different energy altogether. And most times we've seen teams that are out of form, destroy the informed teams on derby day. With Arsenal struggling with injuries, like a lot of injuries to key players, apart from Gabriel, this morning I was going through somebody's podcast. We also have injury concerns for Trossard and Timber.
Timber, right?
Timber had a severe cut on his knee when they were playing. I don't know if it was Estonia or so. He had a severe cut on his knee, and he's a bit doubtful. But we are praying that they come around. We've been boasting about the depth in squad of this Arsenal team.
Yeah, this is the moment to prove it.
And we have been tested in the early part of the season. I just hope that these injury concerns will come to a halt. Because if we can go through the list, we have close to 7 players on the treatment table. These guys are game changers. You saw Madueke coming, he came with a different vibe. He changed the atmosphere in the stadium. He was very direct, a little bit different than Saka. So teams were even baffling. Players were being confused on the pitch how to mark him because they have carved out a way of marking out Saka. You see players doubling down on him. But with Madueke, it was a little bit unpredictable. Will he go left? Will he go right? he just brought a different aura to the style of play that Arsenal fans were not expecting. And this, of course, made a lot of Arsenal fans, bow their heads in shame because they had different thoughts about him. Most of them did not even appreciate his signing at the beginning. He suffered abuse and all of that.
All that has changed now.
Yes, but all that has changed, and that's difficult to his life, to the beginning of life at the Emirates. But I just saw a recent interview where he was saying he is enjoying the family camaraderie at Arsenal. He said there is this kind of spirit that is so enticing. He has never felt like that before. I just hope that the Derby Day will be in our favor. I see Thomas Frank inducing some amount of the tactics he was using at Brentford, the long throws, the set piece, specialty. The Remitters will be ready.
Anyway, they will meet us and we'll be ready. Daniel, I want you to look at it. With the speed of injuries that Arsenal is suffering now, considering the fact that they started early, nursing this injury from the start of the season. And now when they thought that they've crossed the line and somehow, do you think that this is the moment to really test the gritty nature of this Arsenal side going forward in this competition?
Yeah, thank you, Ken. I've had a lot of Arsenal fans saying before this time we didn't have a squad depth. Now we do have a squad depth, so we're not scared of injuries or something like that. Just like you said it, I think now is a better time to prove those players that they put in to see if they are up to the task of replacing those who are injured. Hincapié, I don't know, but I think he's more or less at the moment not at the same level with Gabriel Magalhaes. But let's see how best he can be able to handle the pressure, especially coming in on the Derby Day. Because had it been in a different game, then I think he would have been able to manage that pressure. But since it's a Derby Day, it's a whole different game. Just like what Ospi said, Derby Day, it doesn't matter who is in form.
Okay, thank you.
Anything can happen.
Okay, anything can happen in the Derby Day. The Bluesman, what's your take? And you guys have spent £1 billion, and Arsenal are chasing you guys on your heels with close to £300 and something million. Although they're not close to you guys. Do you really think? And you guys have, I always banter you guys. So you guys have 42 players on loan. So you cannot complain about squad depth. Squad depth, you guys are immense in it. So do you think that Arsenal has the capacity to go on to notch this title this season, considering the squad depth that they have, based on what we know and what Danny also said?
First, I think they made a very good point. One of my first take about Arsenal, it's not really about this game coming up. It's about how well they manage that crisis period, because it's going to be there. There are decisive moments that Arteta will make some bold moves. That's what will make the difference. Now we've got one of the key defenders, very good at set pieces. I think we've scored more than every central defender so far, and it's very more vital to the defense. There comes in. Who will you allow to come in? They're just I'm just filling the gap for that moment, for that game. Or maybe high speed. Who's that player that you can motivate? Or who's that risk? Maybe you can come to centre back or defensive midfielder. You can just switch the team. Or you can even affect one key player missing in your team can affect the whole formation sometimes. So which player is he going to bring in? Is he going to make his a right man for a right man? A centre back for a centre back, or is he going to change the whole defense line? So these are how you manage this crisis period. It takes a whole lot of decision from the manager to handle it. At times it could be a right man for a right man, and it doesn't happen to work out. But sometimes you have to go the whole back and say, okay, I can take somebody from the wing, right wing, and put him at the centre back, and bring somebody that is also good in form at the right back, or left wing or right wing that can also play there. So it takes a lot of decision from him.
Okay, let me just come in. Crisis moment sometimes it unveils stars. I remember when Arsenal had a good run in Champions League, the season went to the final. We had Matthew Flamini playing left back, and he was outstanding. I also remember in the early days of Emery, we had crisis in the left back spot, That was how Saka came to the spotlight.
Yeah.
We also remember during the invisible period, there was a season that we started. One of our top midfielders was out. That was when Wenger ushered in Cesc Fabregas, and he became a household name. So, in my opinion, I think this is an opportunity for those players, whether they are fringe players or they are not starters, to showcase what they have. Who knows? Gabriel Magalhaes might come and fight for a spot. Remember, the last example
It's
of this
possible.
was there was a Champions League final
It's
match
possible.
between Valencia and Real Madrid, and they had Caesar, who was the goalkeeper for Real Madrid.
Yes.
He was one of the top goalkeepers in the world at that time. He got injured, and a young Casillas
Yeah, good. Iker Casillas was
came
introduced.
in as a
And
substitute
he never looked back.
on the biggest stage in club football.
And he never looked back.
And he never
Never look back.
Anyway,
That was the end for season.
Exactly.
Anyway, so the key words here are decision making of the coach and the opportunity for players to grab it when it comes. Because you are knocking on the door of the coach. I want to play and I want to play. The opportunity is here. So you need to make it difficult for him. For him to say, remember, Magalhaes, you are good though. But it's like Hikapi has taken your place or Califiori has taken your place. Anyways, if you are joining us now, don't forget that this is Offside brought to you by Arsenal Fans Beat. Make do to make comments, let us know your view. Because we're going to be talking about the two other club sides, and these are people that banter us more than any club sides in the world. Yes, Danny. Before I come, we're going to talk about what we think will be the scoreline prediction and all that. Danny, you guys have tried to smell the second position. It's like something that is never going to happen. Do you think you have the capacity to undo David Moyes' side? Especially when they've not been firing all cylinders and David Moyes is not happy and he has this handbrake way of playing against United. Do you think that Ruben Amorim with his formation can go and undo them on a Monday night at the Old Trafford?
If we talk about do we have the squad to punish Everton? Yes, we do. But do we have that type of synergy or energy between the players to actually play very well these days? I doubt it. Because I've seen like 2 games in a row where we were supposed to like move up to the second position, but most of the players you see like they are playing with no urgency at all. And that has cost us those games. Like for instance, Nottingham Forest, we are playing so well, we are controlling the game, we just lose focus for 5 minutes and then we conceded 2 goals. So that tells you that we are far from a position where we can say we are that united that we used to be, or probably we are that average level of performing very well. Yeah, we are doing well, trying to get back to winning ways and everything, but there is one key problem with our team right now that I can tell you about. It's one player. I normally refer to him as an individual player, not a team player. That's Cunha. He played for himself. He doesn't play for the
Oh,
team.
definitely, I want to pick on it.
That guy
noticed that.
can hold on to the
That's how
ball.
he's playing.
He can dribble past 4 or 5 players instead of releasing the ball. You will see like there is someone standing there. There is no way you can get that ball to that guy and go to the goalkeeper. You just take the shot.
I think he has an issue with Fernandes.
Okay,
They're always arguing.
Do you think,
Bruno.
or rather, don't you think it's the coach's decision or issue? Because if I have a player that is not playing to the team's strengths, why play him?
And that's the problem. I think like the coach believes in him. He think he can be a better player, but the problem is the most important thing that he, as the coach, is supposed to do, he has not done it, which is like to sit him down and let him know now. My guy, listen. You used to play for Wolverhampton. There you can hold on to the ball and let him pass 4 or 5 players. But here, it's Man United. You're not the star player.
But the funny thing is that he's not doing the same for Brazil.
Yes, because there, he already knows like he's not he's not a star man.
At United, he sees himself as one of the superstars. With that Brazilian team, everybody says superstar.
Yes.
Okay, let me come to you.
And I'll tell you one thing now. There is always a collision between him and Fernandes. They
Yes.
are always colliding with one
Mention that.
position. The number 10 rule.
Yeah.
You notice like every time Fernandes is standing there, you see Cunha at the same spot. So you notice like there is nobody running from the left flank to bring in the crosses into the box.
And let me just add to what I was saying about the lack of urgency in your game. I think the United team has not been able to keep the balance. They've been playing this high octane football. And the moment they drop that level,
because they don't have the energy to complete
exactly.
it.
The moment they drop, you remember, I saw that match against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because
They
the
were
energy was
close
right up
right
the roof. And I told some people that I want to see this going on for the next matches, and they continued that. And when you are playing this high octane, this high level, this high tempo match, there are times you want to take a break and cool down.
Yeah.
And if things are very, very tactical enough, that
will
hurt you. And so they should try to keep that balance between the high tempo football and because at times you just leave the opponent to possess the ball, to take a rest, to reset, to reposition,
just
and be ready.
One opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think like our problems resonates around the fact that we still have an age holding midfielder, which is Casemiro. He has been playing very well, but the problem is when the game gets to some certain level, let's say 60, 65 minutes, he got tired easily. So when he's worn out completely, the ball started passing behind him. Those places that he was supposed to be to stop those passes from going through to the opposing teams, he couldn't stop them. So we are easily dealt with in games like that.
Okay, you just mentioned a significant point by saying that they have an aged defensive midfielder. And I asked him the question earlier on. I said, is it a coach's issue? Because you had a fantastic young man in Kobe Menu.
No, Kobe Menu can't play whole
He did that job for you.
No, as the number 8, yes, he's okay.
That guy can do that job for you.
As
and you got an Ugarte.
No, don't call that guy.
You spend money.
Don't call that guy. That guy is the best. So, how would you realize that every single time we decided to substitute Ugarte into the game, when we are playing very well, we tend to concede. And then also, the pace of our team declines eventually.
So that is what I said.
Is
it a coach's
issue? A couple of times. So we
Yeah,
can't keep
with
using
regards to United, I think I've got an issue. And the main issue I've got with the coach is that he wants to just stick with one team and one system.
Yeah.
That's the first fault I see.
So
whether the game is in his favor or against him, he just wants to stick with it. And secondly, his decision making substitutions are always poor. He hardly gets it right. I don't know if he's really reading the game.
I recall the match because Tottenham.
Against Tottenham.
We're winning.
Against Tottenham, that was a big open up.
You just killed the game.
Open up the game.
Decided to take
So you got to the player that was not fit. You know he's not fit. Then you're giving him something like 15 or 20 minutes into the game. You gave Bodo Sesko. You gave an automatic red card to the team. When you were automatic red card because the player was injured now.
I think it's really the game. The problem is not substitution. Overconfident.
No substitution.
Anyways, from what we've seen so far, is the coach's challenge at United. So that is their own kettle of fish. And for United fans out there, let us know if you agree with what Danny said, because I know him. The man is always straightforward. So, anyways, moving forward, let's leave United, leave Arsenal, and go to the Blues.
Yes.
Somebody said they won the principal cup. They won principal cup. But anyways, they won the trophy. Now, coming to Enzo Maresca, I also feel Chelsea have got a coaching issue.
For sure, I agree with you.
Because the depth of players you have, you can say, injury, I said, which injury?
He is also making bad choices.
You're making bad choices.
I will not totally agree with you. I think the way Chelsea is being run is a little bit abysmal. Okay. I'm telling you, most of the players that are being signed are not even players that coaches asked for.
I guess that long ago. I told them.
So I cannot tell them the
I told them that.
Yeah.
Just like you have this resource.
I told them.
Yeah, because I said there was one time I mentioned
I have told them that.
They went in and brought in that.
Yes, you asked that question.
Left wing back. We were supposed to get that player.
So they're always trying to stop others.
Like they are trying to prevent others from getting good players.
The same thing with Modric.
Yeah, exactly.
You put up the amount of the guy.
Now you have killed the guy.
The guy career is dead. So we're listening to you, sir.
Yeah, with Maresca, like I said, I really appreciate Maresca. You don't know the pressure, the standard that is really well placed in order. Yes, there are sometimes we lose games carelessly, but he has done a lot of work. He has done a great job. One, he has the youngest squad in the league. By average age, he's got the youngest squad.
That's not an excuse.
Secondly, yes, but
That's not
when
what
you talk,
I'm
yes,
saying.
when you talk competition, yes. Then secondly, he has been able to put the squad together, and we have been able to get results. And secondly, also, he has thirdly, he has also been the standard for expectation. He has surpassed expectation.
Yeah, well, when I said the last time that you guys
surpassed-
lacked leadership in your team because of the age
No,
difference,
there's leadership.
you told me,
It's very crucial.
yeah, you told me I was wrong.
I said you
Yeah.
all around.
Everybody can agree
in
to
that
that. I'm
aspect,
telling you.
Maresca has done a great work in this club. The thing is, I feel sometimes he make poor decisions. Sometimes my fault in him is that sometimes you underestimate teams. You see when he goes into big derby, you see he brings up all the best, all the players. It's predictable, you know. Pedro has to be at this wing. You have to see Garnacho, I know. But the moment you see against Sunderland or Burnley, you see it tells Sunderland to.
So was Garnacho actually a player you needed?
Yes, he was.
No, and then you went
no.
and signed Bobby Gittins.
Yes,
Exactly.
To do
I
what?
don't understand.
But
Let me come.
Gittins doesn't even hit the mark of players in that team. To be honest with you, even though he was doing well for Borussia Dortmund, but
You are the people that are responsible for that.
If there's any player that thinks Maresca has influence on in bringing him to Chelsea, I can tell you Garnacho.
you've been accused.
Yes, no,
But
let me
it's
come
true,
in.
that's exactly what you're doing.
If there's any player that I feel Maresca has got influence on in coming to Chelsea, I'll tell you it's Garnacho. One, Garnacho has been in the league. I think that was one of the things that he went out by all means say, let's get this money. I think he's in the league, he can adapt. Look at Gittins. Up to now, he has not found his legs. Some games he's on, some games he's off.
So at the end of the day, the challenge lies on the shoulder of the coach.
Yes, and that's what I'm
So
telling
that's
you.
why
He
you
has
said-
done. He has done.
He has done
surpassed
very
expectation.
well, but
The only thing is now is
No, he has surpassed your own expectations.
No, it's not expectation. He has surpassed it.
Anyways,
No, he has surpassed it.
anyways,
The only
guys,
thing is he has raised the bar for himself that is high that he has to maintain and improve.
Which
Oh.
one of the bad?
Yes, because last season we expected him to just finish in the top 4. He did that. He delivered. He won 2 trophies last season also coming in. So he has said his
that's the
standard
Facebook Cup that I won.
that's 2 trophies. So he has
That's
to
what
maintain.
even Newcastle United
He has-
can.
Or when Newcastle is there, then win it.
I'm telling you.
It's simple. When
Anyways,
Newcastle is there, then Newcastle win it.
anyways, guys, thank you very much. It is still the offside brought to you by Arsenal fans, be it the Blues man, the United man, the Arsenal man. Okay, we're going to that point where we're going to be looking at what the scoreline prediction for the weekend is going to be. We need to be bold. We need to. One thing I want us to do is give us scoreline prediction and give us who are the people you think will score the goal.
Scorers.
So I'm going to be starting with the man that will be playing against David Moyes, your former coach, on a Monday night. Monday night games are dicey, bro.
No, it's always nice.
And so same way it's dicey for these guys. They're going to kick
Ali
off.
kick off. I don't like.
So let's start with you.
I don't like.
United against.
So who hates what?
You hate
the Monday night
Yes.
kickoff. You also hate the Ali kickoff.
Ali kickoff is like it's really.
Sometimes Ali kick off set the pace for the Premier League.
Yes.
If you see Ali
Most times, not
yes,
sometimes.
most times set the pace. If there are less goals, watch out that
Yes.
weekend. You see most.
Okay, Danny, let's start with you. United against Everton.
I
Playing
think.
against David Moyes.
I think like.
You're thinking, you're not sure of your team.
Okay, it's not about being sure.
So,
Because in football, anything can happen. That's why it's called football. It's unpredictable. It's not because we're playing against Everton, and then you want me to just sit here and then just say we are going to trash Everton 3-0. I can't be that too bogus. Anything can happen.
so let's. No.
No, you can't be that.
You can't be fan of football. Yes. What I said I did, like it's what I because
No, don't
think.
think. Okay, let's hear you, bro.
Okay, United are going to win by 3-1, and I see Wemwa Soris scoring for us, and Bruno Fernandes, and most likely we'll get a goal from Matthias Cunha.
Okay.
I'm wondering, is that you mentioning Sesko?
Sesko is injured.
He's out. So,
wish it was Buemo.
so fans, you've heard it. Fans, you've heard it.
Why are you doing that? Why are you showing us that?
That's the same way you guys wish us.
No, let me say something. If you take Umbuemo out of the equation,
United is dead.
we are like
Dead. Anyways, guys,
You know,
you've heard it from Danny. He said United are going to trounce Everton by 3-1. Let me look at my crystal ball. My crystal ball says it's going to be a 2-2 draw. It's going to be a 2-2 draw. Everton and United. On the Monday.
At Old Trafford.
At Old Trafford.
No,
It's going to be a 2-2
they
draw.
don't even have that legs to play.
Okay, take them for granted.
Yeah, I know.
So let's come to the man. The Blues.
Because we are playing home, that's why I'm so confident about that.
Okay. Sunderland defeated them at home.
No, it's
Yeah,
not us now.
Okay. Let's go. Blues
Of course,
against Burnley.
I think Maresca has to approach that game with some sense of reservation. So I expect much, maybe young lads to start because midweek he wants to win that spotlight. He wants to win
Against
that
Barcelona?
spotlight, of course. And so I have to see some reservation. And secondly,
I advise
I
you to your
expect.
stars this
I'm telling
weekend.
you.
And take
No,
the last
I know
players.
Maresca. I've witnessed Maresca do that. I know
You have excuses.
That's a huge guy.
It was because I'm eating
I
to give
know.
you why.
I know Maresca. I've seen him do that. I know he's going to do that. He's going to reserve some
Maresca.
stars. Even maybe they'll come in second half or so. I know he's going to reserve some stars. And we also expect the return of Cole Palmer. And definitely, I think he wants to lay his mark and want to hit the ground running. So on that score, I think we are going to win, but it's not going to be a clean sheet. Maybe 2-1 or 1-0
Okay.
in favor of us.
2-1. Chelsea fans, please let us know if you agree with Wiki.
Yeah.
And United fans, let us know if you agree with Danny. Looking at that match, a tough more.
Tough way is nothing. It was when Shonda was a coach.
Scott Parker.
Bro, you
Scott
saw
Parker.
the game they gave Liverpool.
Scott Parker.
They just won at the death.
It's
Yes,
1-1.
Liverpool
It's a
always
first
struggle against those teams, but Burnley,
My prediction.
Chelsea.
Yeah, that's your prediction.
It's 1-1.
Okay.
So let's come.
Last week, I told you 3 days. And it's happened. Okay.
Okay.
So mark the 2-1
Okay.
or 1-0.
Now we're coming to the 198th North London Day.
Oh.
Going to this game is Navy. So
Yeah.
I want to hear the man.
Hostly.
Whatever the weather,
Okay.
these streets are on. Hey, Ghana, and my heart will leave you never. My blood will forever
Run through the storm. Come on, you got us!
Yeah, before my prediction, let's recognize some messages on the platform. One Mohammed Mansari is saying Enzo Maresca hesitates, and he also said Chelsea 2, Burnley 0, and he's also predicting that the Champions League will be Chelsea 2, Barcelona 2.
Okay.
Wow.
Mohammed, thank you.
All right, so for my prediction, I think it's going to be a slender victory. We have been struggling for goals. We've been keeping our defense tight. I'm not even sure if we might be able to keep a clean sheet because we might integrate 2 people, probably even 3 new people in that defensive line. Keep in mind that Calafiori also has some doubts.
So,
I'm not sure he will start, and Gabriel. And Timber is also a little bit doubtful. So we might not just be able to keep a clean sheet. It's going to be a feisty affair. I'll go with a 2-1 victory.
Okay. I know that was a nervy prediction. I also experienced same. I feel same. But I'm emphatic. Look at my crystal ball. There's going to be a 2-0 victory over Spurs. I'm going to do them too.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
the only way I see Spurs being fair to us now, I think if they have kudos in that lineup. Other than that, I don't
No,
see.
kudos. I don't even see
Other than
kudos.
that, I don't see.
What do you mean? You don't even see kudos?
I don't see.
That's why I said the only
I
way I
don't
see
see
it
it to be a
now.
threat.
I don't understand.
He's a threat.
That man that dribbles from the left wing to the right wing playing your man's game.
So you
He was
don't
upset against
No,
United.
he's
That's
not
why.
doing
Just plays
He's going to be a
against
threat.
Kelly. I don't expect him to be potent. But if he's playing against Calafiori, especially with the space,
The person that I'm scared of in the team is Richarlison. You know, he has a nasty way of playing that. No, I'm telling you. He has a nasty way of playing.
away from the ball. I'm not hoping that Oliver has a very good game.
No.
Because he has been in the spotlight lately, scoring for international duties.
Who?
Oliver.
Van der Vaart.
No, not Van der Vaart.
Oliver, okay,
That boy
yeah.
from Burnley.
Anyways,
He was the one that caused us that problem.
anyways, you guys, you've heard it. Danny said 3-1. Hospice said 2-1. And this man said 2-1. I'm the only one that said that Arsenal is going to win by 2-0, and that Chelsea are going to be drawing that game 1-1, and the guys from the Reds are going to be drawing.
And Arsenal will win by 2-0.
So let us know what your prediction is, and we just want to say thank you for the support you've given us on this edition of Offside Live, and we'll be hearing one last message from the four of us. So I want to start with the man from the Blues. You have something to say to the fans?
Of course, to the fans, we know Chelsea will never lose. We have some reservations to make because we want the big derby. You know, don't expect too much this weekend. We'll just take 3 points and relax. But for the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Arsenal fans beat the offside.
Yes, and the man that is always emphatic about his team.
You know, it's the Red Devils. They're always here. We're keeping it tight no matter what happens. We're not running away. Nonetheless, to the fans out there, you can help us build a beautiful community together. Help us follow us, like our page, and then subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, and lastly, but not the least, I want to hear from us.
All right, so Arsenal fans out there, we're having a beautiful weekend, and we are proud to continue announcing or informing you that our Arsenal Global Ambassador, Sarah Tucker, is in Uganda. She arrived there safe last night in good spirits. She was invited because of the exploit she has been making on the international stage, representing Sierra Leone within the Arsenal community. They have a fundraising event there. She's going to be the guest speaker. So what she has been doing is to raise funds for that chapter in Arsenal, Uganda, because they want to use the proceeds to start up a bakery business to employ young women who are finding it difficult to make it in life, just to make ends meet for them. And so part of the funds that she has been raising, or one of the strategies she has been using to raise the funds, is to do a raffle draw that's going to happen on Sunday, I guess. So she has been encouraging people here in Sierra Leone to also be part of the raffle. You pay for a ticket. A ticket is 50 leones, and you have a lot of merchandise. Most of them are Arsenal though. You're talking about steel bottled water. You're talking about flip-flops, Arsenal flip-flops. You're talking about Arsenal jersey. You're talking about bottle opener. A lot of stuff. But if you want to see some of these pictures and videos, you can send me a message on 075 20 20 20. It's just 50 leones, and those things are worth, some of them are worth well over 2-3 million leones. Who knows? You could be a lucky winner. The window is now open from now till 9 a.m. on Sunday. 9 a.m. Sierra Leone time on Sunday. That's going to be the cutoff line. Again, if you're interested, reach out on the same number 075 20 20 20. We'll give you further instructions. Watch out, we are going to do something similar here in Sierra Leone. Kennedy sitting right here is going to steer that ship. He will share more information and more light on that as time goes on. Now, thank you for viewing. Those of you who tuned in, we love you. Keep sharing, keep subscribing. I encourage people to subscribe. Let's build this community. It's ours to build. Thank you. We love you all.
Yeah, thank you. We love you all. I want to say a beautiful thank you to our beautiful Sarah Talker. Thank you for the wonderful work that you're doing. Don't stop. The sky can only meet you. And don't worry, we have got your backing. The God above all has your backing. I want to say thank you to everyone that joined us in this life. I want to also use the opportunity to enjoy every youth, whether you are in the dungeon, whether you are in the community, wherever you are, whether you are in the office also. Drug abuse.
Say no to drugs.
It's something that you need to keep an eye over. You've got a purpose, look for your purpose.
For sure.
Your purpose will make you. You see, we're here. All of us, this is what makes us happy. Look out for that thing that makes you happy. Drug is going to mar you. Want to come your way again. I'm yours sincerely, Kennedy Okezi. Have Nikki, have Hospi, have Danny. Until then, it is the offside. Keep it tight!
Tight, tight, tight.
Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight.
It's a beautiful